What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your basses sound a lot better. So this is going to be a quick little tip here, and this is something that a lot of people probably don't really pay attention to with sounds in general. So we're just going to get started. So this is a beat we made in a video previously. It's not the full beat, but I just simplified it so we can kind of have something to work off of. So we're going to be talking about the EQ. Now, besides stuff like, you know, the bass you're using, or, you know, pulling it all the way up to max velocity, stuff like that, what we're going to be paying attention to is the EQ. Okay, so there's two ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you both. So I'm going to show you one way that I do it, which I think is the most efficient, and then I'm going to show you how to find the spot, and I'll show you what that is in a second, yourself, for depending on whatever bass. So if you have a different bass, you'll probably have a different area where you'll need to do this little tip here. So let's get into it. So here's my little EQ here, okay, and I'm gonna turn it on, and this is what it looks like right now. So this is my default preset that I usually use, okay. So besides all the crispy putting all this up and stuff, I'm gonna just tell you the range typically where you want to take out, okay, take out frequency. So it's gonna be right here, because you would think to make your bass sound fatter or tight, whatever, you would pull up frequencies, right? But what I've figured is that's just not true always, at least. And from my experience with every bass that I've used, usually is pretty consistent, where taking out frequencies actually makes your bass sound a lot better and subbier sometimes. So these are the exact frequencies. So it's 127 to 160 hertz right here. So if you have EQO, you want to make sure you click this button, not this, click this button, and then you want to take these specific bars out. Now I like EQO because it pretty much contains it within these frequencies here, and I like it being like that. If you have like an EQ though, which I have, you see it pulls the other frequencies. I don't like that, and that's why I like using EQO. And I'll show you how to find other frequencies with this in a second, but I'll just show you. I wonder, can we turn this off here? I'll just turn the mix off. So this is what it sounds like, just and then with it on, you can see how the bass sounds way tighter and subbier, right? And it's just not as clean this way, okay? Especially when it's, you see like how like deep the 808 sounds now, just by taking out these two frequencies, right? So you could go ahead and try this on your beats, because I know a lot of people, even me, up until recently, I thought, okay, you just want to boost stuff, but that's not always true. Now I would boost some things in this area here. As you can see, I did take some stuff out and boost some things, but that's more per 808, because different 808s will give you different sounds. Like you see, like you boost certain little subs. I'll probably do something like this. Yeah, and I like that a little bit better. So I'm gonna show you how to actually find these. So we're gonna go to the EQ, make this large. So now it's just bare bones. So you're gonna pick a band, and this will be better in FabFilter because they actually have like this little shelf thing, but we're gonna go to type, and I believe we could go to band stop, and it's gonna do this. So what you could do from here is, I think we could actually, I wonder if we could do something like this. Yeah. So this is gonna cut out the band. Okay, so this is our settings. We're on band stop, order steep. Okay, so the max steepness. And then what you could do, I think this is good. I don't know if we could probably, no, let's just do this. And you can move this around to figure out like where to take out the frequencies. Okay. So for us, what we just did, it was somewhere around here. You can look down. I know it's kind of hard to see, but let me see. I don't know if it's going to actually show me right here. So this is 128 exactly in this spot. As you can see, it's like right here, and then to 160. So it's pretty, not a huge difference. So it's like this little area right here is the same we have in EQO, but you can see as we move it, and then you can see, even if we take stuff out here, certain areas sound better than others. Right? Like, how are we taking out the sub, but it sounds more subby, even though we took out the sub area, right? All right. But you can see in this little area we talked about, this is kind of like the sweet spot. All right, so that is all I really wanted to show you guys. Just something simple that I thought would be important for people to know, okay? Because you don't always have to boost things to make it sound good. Sometimes taking it out, especially like with your melody. And also, last thing I'll show you, I'll just put my original on. If you have it in FL Studio, start using the, where is it? The frequency splitter. This is a pretty good, easy way to like get some nice mixes. So you can kind of play around with this too. It's a very slept on plugin, because I know some people, they don't like, you know, going in here and boosting everything. So what you could do is come in here if you want to boost the highs. All right, that's too much, but and then you could play around with the band. Right, you could do a lot of stuff with this, but some of y'all already, you probably want to do the bass, right? You can get some like unique subs in there and stuff, but that's just all I wanted to show you guys on how to make your basses a lot bigger, fatter, whatever, however you want to describe it. But yeah, that's what I do. Oh, that's what I've been doing lately. So hopefully this helps you guys out. And yeah, like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.